YAGALOO, das Musikmagazin, heute mal wieder aus dem Backstage im Musik und Frieden und bei mir ist Iggy von Lions Head, das man hier dann auch im Logo gleich mal so erkennt. Und ich darf sogar Deutsch sprechen. Iggy versucht so ein bisschen oder versucht auf Englisch, aber es ist egal. Wie geht's dir? Wie waren die ersten beiden Städte, die ihr betourt habt? Köln, Hamburg?
I was in Hamburg. Yeah. It was the first sold-out show we ever had, so that was crazy. We don't even have an album out, and we have some sold-out shows, so that's just, I can't believe that. Look, my jeans just ripped.
Yeah, but that's cool.
That's cool.
And sexy.
This is natural though. I didn't buy them this way. It's just from being worn. So this whole tour has been really exciting because we only have we have a single out. We have an album out, and people are coming out to see us and singing the songs that are out, Begging and When I Wake Up, and just overwhelming and a dream come true.
Ein Traum, der wahr geworden ist. Wobei ich natürlich irgendwie mich gewundert habe, weil in deiner Bio steht ja, du hast ja quasi als kleiner Junge schon in der Met gesungen. Yeah. Ich meine, hello, wenn man schon in der Met ist, warum bleibt man dann nicht in der Met?
Well, okay, why didn't I stay in the Met? Well, my voice changed, and your balls drop, and and started becoming a man. And I couldn't sing so high, so when that happens, they throw you out. Weg.
Ja. Da war er weg von der Met. Aber los ging es ja jetzt im Prinzip im vergangenen Jahr mit Begging. Dass es halt irgendwie auf Spotify x Millionen Streams hatte.
Yeah, but the new one has more hits. The new one has like 4 million now.
When I Wake Up.
Yeah, When I Wake Up has more than Begging. But so Begging was the first song we released, and then When I Wake Up, and the album will be in September.
Yeah,
wait, what was the question?
Yeah, no, just the streaming thing. Yeah. So you have a lot of streaming hits, but probably earn like 50 euro or something, maybe a little more.
50 cents.
50 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
50 cents.
That's a different one.
I'm gonna be a PIMP.
Warum? Ich switch jetzt in Englisch. Nee, das geht ja aber nicht. Soll ich? Should I talk English?
Soll ich auf Deutsch reden?
Ja.
Ja?
Nein, Quatsch. Aber wie war das für dich, als das halt mit Begging quasi schon richtig losging? Dann hast du ja Joris und Milky Chance supported. Irgendwie war das schon für dich total fett? Also geil?
Yeah, it's total crazy. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I just recorded a song, and then we got offers to go with these great acts who I admire, and I mean, you can't ask for a better opportunity than that for somebody to take you along. You get exposed to a new fan base, and yeah, what can I say?
Was hat dich überhaupt nach Deutschland gebracht? Hat dich irgendein Produzent hergeholt oder?
Wait, what does that mean?
Why did you came to Germany? What brought you here?
The beer.
And the ladies probably.
The ladies, yeah. Well, what brought me to Germany was music. I had an opportunity I got a call from some friends, and I'd written some songs with some German friends, and they said, the song we wrote, it's on Nrd2 and Bayern 3. And I was like, what's that? And they said, you should come to Germany and find out what the hell it is. I was like, okay. So I came over to Germany, and I had some songwriting opportunities, and I wrote for like Alle Farben, for example. When you go to these writing camps, Universal or Sony or whatever, the big labels will set up, and there's like a billboard, and they tell you what kind of songs to write. And I was doing a lot of that in Berlin and in Munich, and then I recorded Begging, I put it online, and yeah, I mean, there's no formula to it. I just went with one opportunity. Because I was living in New York, and New York's just too expensive, so I was about to move to LA, and then I got the call like, you're on the radio in Germany. So the song you wrote is on the radio in Germany. So.
Aber zwischen der Met und dem Songschreiben dann später, also was hast du in der Zwischenzeit gemacht? Also hast du in New York in einer Band gespielt, oder?
Yeah, I was in lots of bands. I was in school. But first I was in the Met. I originally wanted to be an actor, I think when I was like 6 or 7. And I told my mom I want to be an actor, as you do, because you go to your mom for everything when you're 6 years old. And my mom took me to audition for the Met. And we went into the Metropolitan Opera. I didn't really understand what it was. I don't think she was the one who realized I had I have a good voice. And we went into the elevator, went down to the basement, I went into the room, and the Met director said, sing Happy Birthday. And I sang Happy Birthday, and she said, okay, you're in. And then you go and you learn the music, and then you start performing. But then after that, I I think I just gravitated towards pop music and writing pop music, and I taught myself the guitar and things like that. So, and then started playing in bands and garage bands with friends, and I think that's the best way to be a musician. I remember seeing this quote by Dave Grohl that, like, with this whole like American Idol, The Voice thing, that he said kids are getting this idea that you should wait in line and then someone will tell you whether you suck or not. But really, being a musician is about going with your best friends in a garage and playing and sucking so much and having the best time of your life doing it. And so that's what I did.
So the album is coming out in September.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
What did you focus on? What is important for you as a debut album, as Lions Head?
I think it's important that it's a cohesive body of music, that you get a sense of, okay, this is what this artist is or sounds like, you know? But I wasn't thinking about that in the album. I think that kind of just happened. My biggest thing was, you know, in these last 2 years, I've been back and forth in Germany and the States, living in Germany and going around Europe and stuff, and feeling very in between two places, in between countries, not in between careers, but I'm in that in between moment where it's like I'm kind of transitioning now into real professionalism from just being a struggling artist to still being a struggling artist, but having more of the infrastructure behind me from like a record deal and things like that. So it's a lot of this in-between feeling, I think, on the album, but also just kind of about my life here, in terms of partying, living, loving, fucking, all those things, you know. So it's nothing new. It's just kind of my perception of what's been happening the last 2 years. And in that, I think you kind of get a sense of a journey, in a way. You know, and one thing I can say is I can look back in the last 2 years of being in Germany and say that my music has gotten much better since I moved to Germany. So that's one thing that I could, I mean, well, why did you come to Germany? Now, in retrospect, I came to Germany to be a better musician.
Woran machst du das fest, dass es jetzt besser läuft? How do you explain that it's getting better?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Maybe because I do it full time here. And when I was living in New York's so expensive, so I had another job. But also, I think one of the biggest things about being an artist or being a musician or a painter or something is you have to make yourself uncomfortable on a daily basis. You have to put yourself in different situations, in uncomfortable situations. It doesn't mean you have to feel uncomfortable, but maybe if you have that feeling, oh, I don't want to do that, you have to go do it. And being in a different country makes you have to do those things more because you don't have the comfort of home. You don't have your parents' house to fall back on, or like friends you've known your whole life. So you have to put yourself in situations that maybe you wouldn't in a more comfortable situation.
Okay. Let me just take a look at the song titles, because I just got to listen to 7 songs. And the funny thing is, ich spreche schon wieder Englisch, das ist ja furchtbar. The funny thing is, I see it somehow from the titles of the songs, that it's more like the sex and love life of Iggy.
Yeah.
For example, when I wake up, I see you, begging you for come in between. And of course, if you leave me, I bleed as you go. And who's turning the firecrackers on then? You or she? She probably. And the morning after, the big disaster.
I like that. Well, I mean, that's what I was saying. It's nothing. It's kind of just my life, my love life and my party life. Because there is a thing, you know, I think that a song kind of has to have 3. Should I be looking at you or the camera? You, right? Yeah. I think a song, there's 3 things that make a song good. It can't take itself too seriously. It has to be simple. And it should be about sex or drugs. Or sex or partying. Sex or partying.
Drugs are fine in Germany, it's no big deal.
Yeah, but I get in trouble for saying it.
So, but what is the usually situation like when you write or discover a new song idea?
It's all the time. I'll go through it. Sometimes I'm in the subway, or I'm in the tour van, or walking in the street, and I'll mumble something, or I'll write something down. But I do, and then I have all these ideas, and I sometimes just sit down in my room and just kind of consolidate them all. Like and just bring all these ideas together and kind of wrap my head around them all. And then develop them more, and then or that's sometimes. And then sometimes the song just comes out. You know, but it usually comes out when I've been thinking about it for a while. Or like the song you heard in Soundcheck, Senorita. Right, that was the second song we played.
Not Justin Timberlake, Senorita.
No. It's I had my family's from South America, and I had a relationship with a South American girl, and it was just a disaster for both of us. And I thought about it so much, and then I had this guitar loop, and the lyrics kind of just poured out of me. It was almost. Have you ever seen that movie Old School with Will Ferrell? Where he does this whole thing where he goes off into this really intelligent rant, and then he goes, "What happened? I blacked out." And that's almost happens with the stream of consciousness. Sometimes a song can just blurt out, and it's almost therapeutic. You can look at it and be like, "Oh, whoa, I'm fucked up," or "Oh, I need some therapy," or so things just come out, and sometimes it's stolen things. So there isn't a simplest way of. I have a method of doing it. It's all the time in my head. I mean, I've had problems with girlfriend relationships before because I'm sitting there thinking about the song in my head, and they're like, "Iggy, Iggy, 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 Iggy," and I just hear the last one. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" They're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I've just been saying your name for 20 minutes." Yeah,
So the next single coming up is "See You."
Yeah.
So what's the story of "See You"?
That's my favorite song, I think, off the album. "See You" or "In Between" are my favorite.
What's the story behind?
It's when you break up with somebody who you've had a relationship with, or quite a long relationship with, then there's always that, well, for me at least, and a lot of other people I know, there's that point where you're broken up, but you get back together and you have sex, or you have lunch, or have funch, and you should be breaking up, but you keep on rekindling this thing that's broken, and it's just not good for you. So it's like, that's why the hook is like, I don't want to see you, but I want to see you, you know? So it's a difficult time, and I don't want, not all the songs are about love and connection, but some of them are about heartbreak and breaking up, and this one is kind of that in between again, that in between point of, should I cut it off, should we do it again, or should I just stop fucking her?
Normalerweise, wenn ich eine ganze Band interviewe, dann frage ich immer, wer ist der größte Womanizer in der Band? Nun steht ihr jetzt halt nur heute mal zu zweit auf der Bühne. Yeah. Do you get the idea? Yeah. So you are the total womanizer. I mean, with a background Italian mother, father?
Chilean. My father
Chile and Italian also.
My mother's American.
But my info said something about Italian.
Posso parlare italiano. E per questo non lo so.
So, aber wer ist der größere Machismo in deiner Person?
I don't know. I think the American and South American is a good blend. Well, maybe New Yorker and South American is a good blend, because I have the machismo and the outgoing. New Yorkers are quite outgoing, and I think people from New York are quite funny. And then I have that red-blooded Latin temper. So watch out.
So, ladies, dangerous times when he is on stage, I guess. You're looking forward for the album coming out, of course?
I'm so looking forward to it. It's been a year now of writing and recording, and finally I want to get it out and tour it and see what people think of it and get it out my system so I can write the new one.
And you've got some producers on board. Who are they? Eric, the manager, told me that you have some producers.
Well, Donnie and I do a lot of the initial producing. My bandmate Donnie and I, and then we also worked with Riverside. They have a bunch of. We worked with two really great producers, Ollie and Richie, and they really helped us put on the smooth out the edges on the album and bring it that polish. So I can't say enough good things about them for sure. I love you, Richie and Ollie.
So your music style is quite danceable. Man kann sehr gut auf deine Musik tanzen. Bist du auch so a clubber?
Well, at first I think people thought that with the acoustic guitar you get a bit of that campfire vibe, and I wanted a bonfire discotheque vibe. So to do that,
a mashup.
Yeah, we needed some deeper drums. So I want you to be able to, to sway along, but to also pump along in a way. So that's the thing. I like a really good song, but sometimes really good songs aren't under things with deep house beats or electronics, kind of like, oh, we're going to party tonight, or some kind of weird thing like How Much Is the Fish? What's that one?
Scooter, yeah.
Yeah. But respect to the man in the candy van, or the ice cream van, right? Respect to the man in the ice cream van. He had another funny one. What was the one? It's like transforming the Jews. So all these ridiculous. He's funny. So anyway, but not taking away from Scooter, but these aren't very serious, or these aren't telling a story in a song, you know. And I wanted to do that, but also incorporate the soundscape of the time.
But with Scooter, we now know that the fish is 380.
Yeah, he's had that interview, right, with Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
How long does it take that you are in the car doing karaoke, carpool karaoke with Jimmy?
He doesn't do it. I thought the other guy does it.
Oh, what, the other guy?
The English guy does carpool karaoke.
I thought, am I mixing up this right now? Huh?
Yeah, it's the other guy's the English
Cut, edit out.
How long will it be? I don't know. Have to wait till the album comes out, and when we'll see. It's definitely not my grand ambition to be doing car karaoke, but.
Yeah. But the first target is Germany now, or are you already looking for the European market or later on the American market?
Yeah, of course. But first it's Germany. They started in Spain and Austria. I think Italy's next. And then Scandinavia, then the UK, and then the US. I'm not Riri, so they have to do each territory separately since I'm a newcomer, you know.
So, and as a newcomer, there is this wonderful section in YAGALOO, my show. It's called Herbst. And I leave you now alone. You can do Herbst for my show. So you tell for each letter. Ich mache erstmal die Abmoderation. Ich sage erstmal Tschüss an dieser Stelle. Iggy macht jetzt noch ein Herbst für euch natürlich da draußen und ich bin erstmal weg.